Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Three-team Warriors proposal would move Wiggins and more to Heat for $146 million star. The Golden State Warriors have assets to make a trade this offseason, giving them an opportunity to pair Stephen Curry with a new co-star. In a massive three-team proposed trade by Andy Bailey of Bleacher Report, the Warriors would send Andrew Wiggins and more to the Miami Heat and Orlando Magic. The headline of the deal would be Jimmy Butler being traded to the Warriors. This may not reopen Golden State's title window for long, but it would open it pretty wide. Durability is a concern, but Butler was arguably a top 5 to 10 player in 2022-23 and a borderline top 20 player this season, Bailey wrote on May 31. His cutting, playmaking and passing would be a nightmare to cover with Curry and Thompson flanking him. He and Green could form the basis of a potentially nightmarish defense. If he were to play to the peak of his powers in 2024-25, accounting for the natural decline that comes with age, of course, he'd be the second-best teammate Curry's ever had, behind Kevin Durant, of course. The Miami Heat haven't finalized an extension with Butler, which has caused some trade speculation. Anthony Slater of The Athletic wrote that if the Heat do make Butler available, he expects the Golden State Warriors to enter the conversation. If the Heat shop Jimmy Butler, I would expect the Warriors to enter the conversation to at least some degree, Slater wrote on May 30. John Hollinger of The Athletic wrote on May 2 that Butler's declining play and constant absences have caused loud whispers that his future might be elsewhere. Jimmy Butler is extension eligible, but between his declining play this season and the constant absences, there are increasingly loud whispers that his future might not be in Miami, Hollinger wrote. Landing Butler in the proposed deal from Bailey would see the Golden State Warriors make a huge deal. However, with Curry only getting older, it could be the right decision to push all their chips in. Moving Wiggins, Moody, and Podziemski would be tough to replace. Wiggins, when at his best, is one of the top defenders in the NBA. Moody and Podziemski have shown well during their young careers, and moving young players for a short title window could always come back to hurt them. However, Butler's still a 6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA selection, and has made 5 All-Defensive teams during his career. During the playoffs, he's made a name for himself by elevating his game to a high level, averaging 26.8 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.9 assists during the 2022-23 playoffs. The 34-year-old will turn 35 at the start of the 2024-25 season, but could help take the offensive load off Curry in the regular season. Butler would also give the Warriors another proven playoff performer, helping them to chase another ring. Draymond Green and Rasheed Wallace get heated over 2017 Warriors debate. Former Pistons player Rasheed Wallace has been trading blows with Draymond Green over whether the 2004 Pistons would be able to beat the 2017 Warriors. Golden State 2017 team were one of the best offensive teams in NBA history, while the 2004 Detroit team were on the most elite defensive teams ever witnessed. Last week, Wallace stirred things up when he said that his 2004 Pistons championship team would cause problems for the Dubs. We would have beat the *T out of the Warriors, because for the simple fact, they couldn't match up with us at any position, Wallace said on Sheed and Tyler. Steph's not a defender. He would have had to guard Rip. How many screens Rip coming off of, Wallace said confidently. He then named what he felt was other matchup problems such as Tayshaun Prince's scoring ability, which he often didn't show because of his elite wing defense, and Chauncey Billups' playmaking. Green responded on X, Sheed, we would have smacked y'all. Y'all was scoring 72 points per game. That's not winning a half. And we putting you and them big-ass forces in every pick and roll. Let's see you move them feet. That one ring was great though, big bro. We all appreciated it. Wallace then hit Green back on X, but made sure to clarify there is nothing but love between the two. First and foremost, this isn't a beef. Draymond is my lil bro who I am proud of, so no matter what we say it will never be personal, so don't try to blow this up cause we both know how cats do. He then responded to Green's tweet, saying, "Dre, you already know how we got down on that squad, don't matter the rules yours or ours. Y'all as a team were 2F asterisk kin little, you can ask more than half your teammates, who we played against, on that roster, and we can keep it with that year because no way y'all could fuck with any of us in our prime. At any point I can come on your show or you can come visit mines and we can go through the roster man for man, coach for coach." NBA analyst Bill Simmons thinks that Jaylen Brown is better on offense than Kyrie Irving, and the take has NBA fans in disagreement. Simmons is a die-hard Celtics fan, so it's hard to see his opinions as subjective. But this was his take. "Jaylen's really good," Simmons said on his show. "I just want to start there. I think there is a chasm between the people who talked about the Celtics versus the people who actually watched them, like Jaylen in the playoffs for 3 rounds now he's 25 points a game, he's shooting 54%, and he's shooting 37% from 3, and he's plus 6.8 when he plays. Kyrie's averaging 23 a game, and he's shooting 49%. I think if you ask the normal person, like who's a better offensive player, they'll be like Kyrie 100 times out of 100, he's way better than Jaylen." It's like, is he? Jaylen for the last 4 years of the playoffs is averaging more points than he is, and he's a better shooter than Kyrie is, at least from field goal percentage. It's at least arguable that he could put up similar production as Kyrie. Simmons continued, "I think we've hit this point based on that last series where people are like Luka and Kyrie, man, it's unstoppable. There's no two like this in the league. Tatum and Brown have been pretty good for a long period of time and they just went 76-20 the entire season." Golden State Warriors, money is not Klay Thompson's only priority amid NBA free agency rumors. A breakup of the Golden State Warriors' legendary Big Three could happen in the offseason. Although Stephen Curry and Draymond Green are still under the Warriors' payroll past the 2023-24 NBA season, it is not the case with sharpshooter Klay Thompson, who is a pending unrestricted free agent. Thompson has spent his entire time in the NBA so far in Warriors uniform, but he also knows that he probably has one more shot at a huge payday, given his age primarily. But money is said to be not the only force that's going to drive Thompson and his camp when looking for a potential new landing spot. Thompson wants to win. Don't expect him to chase the largest possible offer from the Detroit Pistons or Charlotte Hornets, even if that's the correct financial or leverage move. But there are plenty of cap space teams with a clearer upward path to contention than the Warriors. That includes the Oklahoma City Thunder, Philadelphia 76ers, and Orlando Magic. Teams like the Pistons and the Hornets are among the teams with the largest projected practical cap space, per Spotrac, and they could use a big chunk of that to lure Thompson. However, the Pistons and the Hornets seem to be years away from becoming a legitimate title contender, and that could turn off Thompson, who just turned 34 last February. Or, Thompson can just stay with the Warriors and try to run it back with the only team he's suited up for in his impressive NBA career. In the 2023-24 NBA season, Thompson averaged 17.9 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists while shooting 43.2% from the field and 38.7% from behind the arc. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.